BJ is a husband going on 13 years. My wife is Patrice Jefferson. Everybody knows her as Lish. I have two amazing children. I love them with my whole heart. Francis, who is 11, and BJ, who's celebrating a birthday at the end of this month, will be 10. So we have a new puppy, 5-month-old pit bull named Apollo Adonis Jefferson. BJ, before he met Christ, didn't know what he was supposed to be doing without basketball. See, because when I was on a basketball court, it felt like I was important. I was like, all right, I'll be BJ Jefferson, the basketball player, the athlete, because people liked him. Because I still wanted to be seen as more than that, but it's just the fact that the people that I was surrounding myself by, they only knew me for that reason. And sadly saying, that continued in my college years as well as when my adult life. People still didn't know stuff about me, and I didn't want them to know because I didn't want the negative opinions of who I was to them or them making fun of me. But I believe that being labeled in high school does have it had a lasting effect of when I got to church of not accepting labels and running away from titles. The labels in church, it kind of prevented me from, I believe, and I looked at it a while ago, it prevented me from actually getting to know Christ at that time when I really needed him. My thing was, when churches try to label you, are they preventing me from doing what God has called me to do? But when I started serving at Rehoboth, I was serving, but I was doing everything. Not because Pastor Tyrone or Lady T or anybody asked me. When I saw something not being done, I'm like, man, we need somebody to be doing this. I just stepped up and did it. And so I was just serving, and they was like, oh, you're going to be a deacon. You're our deacon in front of the entire church. And I was like, my eyes got big. It was like, ooh. But having conversation with Pastor Tyrone back then, he even let me know, it's like, you're just doing. We added a title to you because you were already doing it. The explanation helps when you add a label to somebody. We added a title because you were already doing it, but you're doing so many other things. That was our entire conversation. This isn't where God has you stopping it. And I know the calling of your life. I know you know it, but you won't say it. And there was a thing I ran away from. I didn't want the title of any minister, any of that stuff. I feel like to break away from labeling, you have to know who you are and whose you are. And the labels that are placed on you, you don't really realize that some people were trying to speak it. They were sowing seeds, but some people just wanted you to stay in your lane. They wanted you in a box. So knowing who you are, that label doesn't have any effect on you. Knowing whose you are, you definitely know that label is valid when you know whose you are. And you just know you're Jesus child, but knowing who you are really plays a part on a label, because the label can be attached to you. If you don't know who you are, you can be everything in the world, and that's how people live. They live because, hey, you this, all right, I'm this, and then the next person give you another label, and these labels start being layers that you have to peel back, knowing that that's not who you were in the first place, but you accepted it because you don't know who you are. You still want to be liked, and you don't want to be made fun of because of the things that you are. But now, as a complete man, I can tell people I do spoken word, but some people still in the Christian realm, they still see you as me personally. They still see me as BJ, PBJ, Pastor BJ, you pastor. They still only see that, and I'm fine with that. But I know who God sees me as, and it took me a long time to realize that I can't please every man or woman or Christian. I just have to make sure that he's smiling.